Hello there. So, does Satan exist? Does Satan exist? Is there some powerful being of darkness somewhere, so powerful that he's capable of even altering the plans of God? That's our topic for the moment. But first, if you are new here, we'll be glad to subscribe to our channel as well as click on the notification bell such that whenever something's new, you're informed in real time. So, let's dive in. Religion makes people understand that there is some very powerful being somewhere called Satan, so powerful that is capable of altering the plans of God. In Judaism, Satan is not so much of an issue. That's in the Jewish Bible, the Tanakh. In the Christian Bible, Satan suddenly becomes so powerful, extremely powerful, powerful so much so that he can even rival God. And in Islam, relatively the same as Christianity. But is that true? Is that true? Or are you believing in a lie, in an illusion? Let's look at it this way. What is God or who is God, depending on if you're religious or spiritual, depends on your spiritual orientations. God is omnipotent, almighty, all powerful. That is God. In other words, nothing happens without the okay from God. It's not possible unless God is not omnipotent. He's just some normal dude in the midst of all the dudes, spiritual dudes, and there is some sort of a power tussle between them, then that will be fine. Then Satan can come into the equation. But if God is almighty, all powerful, then Satan does not exist. It is just God doing his job and using every tool possible to achieve his plans. Let's break it down with biblical literature. There is a book in the Bible called Job, the book of Job. If you've not read the book, do. In that book, just in its chapters 1 and 2, there is, of course, a being called Satan. He walks up to God and asks God for permission to carry out a dirty job on Job. And God gives him permission. In other words, without God's permission, nothing, I mean nothing, occurs in your life. I'm talking precisely of unprovoked madness, things you don't provoke. And in a sense, even the things you provoke, without God's permission, the being called Satan in the Jewish Bible is powerless. He does not exist. Because everything is God. Everything is God. It's like the days of the week. Each day is made up of 24 hours, not 12 hours of light, excluding the 12 hours of darkness. All of them are into the 24 hours. Everything is God, both light and darkness, good and evil. It is God. So without God's permission, that being does nothing. That's why going by the literature. I'll give you another example. In the book of Samuel, the first book of Samuel, chapter 16, God rejects Saul. Saul is king. God rejects Saul. And after Saul comes David. David, who is the apple of God's eye, King David. But let's concentrate on Saul. In that chapter, after God rejects David, God sends an evil spirit to torment after God rejects Saul. Beg your pardon. He sends an evil spirit to torment Saul. The evil spirit comes from God. It is God doing his work. The evil spirit does not come from Satan, from the devil, or whatever. It is God. That's why God can tell you in very clear terms in Isaiah 45 that I create evil, I create darkness. It is me. All of it is me, God. And so, in order to achieve God's purpose, be it his perfect purpose will, or his permissive will, in order to achieve all that, he uses every tool at his disposition to do what he pleases. That is God. Satan only comes in when God gives Satan permission. And without God's permission, Satan exists not. So once you start focusing on God and exclusively on God and understanding that everything is working according to plan, and that the plan of that being you call the devil is inclusive in that plan of God, because the devil needs God's permission to do his God's work, then the devil ceases to exist. It's just God. For without God's permission, without God's okay, nothing happens in your life. Nothing. And did we see somewhere that everything happens for good to those who are in God, who believe in God? Romans chapter 8, 28, 29. So if everything happens for good, then it is just God. However you conceive the things and that happen to you, however you understand them, however you interpret them, it is just God. The devil is powerless. The devil does not exist unless God brings him into the picture. Thank you for following. If you enjoy our content, like, share, comment, so that the word gets out. People may get transformed through you. Thanks for watching.